What is going on, everybody? I think the mic is on. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Let's see. I got about 10 seconds for the delay to catch up. See if we do have sound or not. So before I get into it too much, yeah, I'm alive and kicking. Nice. Sounds working great. Alive and kicking. We are not burning down here just yet. We got a ton of fires going on here. Planes are flying above my house. There's probably like, I don't know, every 10 or 15 minutes you'll see a huge jetliner just come flying over the house to go fill up more on the fire stuff. So anyways, welcome back, guys. If you want to know where to find us when we're not here or when I'm not here, definitely go check out the forum over there. It's free to join. Go check that out as well. And then if you ever want to know what we're using, what we're printing with, or what I'm printing with, right now I'm currently not printing. I sold my last printer, waiting for my next printer to get here. It's on a boat in the middle of the ocean right now, so it should be here middle of October, I'm hoping for. So we'll see about that. Yeah, how hot is it in here? It's actually crazy, dude. So the past 2 weeks, it's been like 110, 115 here. And today, I think it was like 75 or 80 degrees was the high or something. So it's not too hot. My garage is closed up right now. So it is kind of warm in here a little bit. I had the AC on kind of while I was getting ready. I just shut it off, but not too bad. I'm not sweating a whole lot. So yeah, good to see you guys all here. Let's see what else we got going on. So I'm getting the printer that I am getting is Bambu Labs Carbon X1 Combo. It's super awesome. It's sweet. It prints hecka fast, so it'll literally cut the time at least in half. And it's a Core XY printer. I'll have to find a video and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about it next week or something like that. Kind of go over the specs. I was gonna wait actually till it gets here to kind of do a little bit of a review on it. Everyone's printing this. It's like a 15-minute benchy or 17-minute benchy, and I think my first print is gonna be a frame. I don't think I'm gonna print a benchy first. So yeah. Yeah, Bambu is coming soon. I can't wait. A bunch of the Kickstarter people have already started to get theirs. A shipment just landed this past week, I think. So at least out in California, everybody's kind of getting the shipment notifications from the main hub down in LA, you know, for at least the kind of the West Coast and Midwest. So yeah, everyone's getting their stuff. Can't wait. Super excited. You know what? I figured since it's our first time back from 2 weeks that maybe we should start it off with a little video. So I kind of wanted to do an ultimate mag dump. This isn't me, but all right, so, oh man, this green screen does not like me today. Maybe if I stand sideways. So anyways, probably make it like a 20-minute show tonight or so. Got a couple things kind of want to go over and retouch on and kind of talk about a little bit. And so some different things. Actually, you know what? Let's do a follow-up. Here, I think it's over on this page here. So I think the last time we were streaming and maybe even the time before that, we were kind of talking about some night vision stuff, and so I found a thread where someone actually kind of built it out, and I thought it looked super cool. So this is what the night vision actually looked like that they had built out, and so this person on the thread that I was looking at just was like, hey, you know, not 100% sure if this is the best place or not to post this here, but hey, you know what, people that enjoy 3D printing frames and the Second Amendment might like this. And so essentially he's saying that everything here was under $500 for a set of digital night vision goggles or a headset, and they said it works great. So I haven't seen like a first person point of view or like someone actually filming, like looking through it. I'll try to find a video of that. But yeah, to make this all from probably your printer, a couple bolts, and just, you know, some cameras, looks awesome. definitely want to try to do that. So followed up with that. And then I know, you know, we were talking over the past couple weeks just with the new rule that kind of went into effect about the jigs and stuff. I've been kind of working on one, kind of designing one in the back, but other people obviously with more CAD skills than me have beat me to it. And Mr. Snow, if you ever follow him, he's go over on Odyssey, Sail the Sea, find Mr. Snow. You could follow him. He's also on what is it, DefCAD, or he's on another one. Anyways, he created a printed jig that works with the G19. So essentially, this is kind of what it looks like here. It's just like the clamshell jig, so very similar. He said that he is going to kind of see how this one goes and might make it to where you could put like brass liners on the inside to make it last a little bit longer. But I mean, hey, if you're already printing one of these, you know, it probably won't take too long to print it, and why not just print another one after, you know, if you need another one. So yeah, the jigs are out there. That's at least for the G19, and I think he said he was also going to be making some for like the other size frames as well. So yeah, so there is that. And so all the links, so I was going to post or tag all the links here in the description, but I have found out that where we are streaming does not like all of those particular links. So as soon as we're done here, I will copy and paste all the links that I have on my notepad, and I'll just make a quick little post on the forum just with today's date, and it'll just say like today's date and links or something like that. So if you did want a link to where to download this, I have a direct link to download this and where I found it type thing. And that goes for a lot of the things on here. So like any of the articles that we're going to talk about tonight, or any of the other 3D printed stuff here, I've posted all, or I will post all the links over on that same post. So yeah, there is that. Let's pop back over to here, and I want to show you some other cool things that are 3D printed as well, just in case, you know, you guys are looking like, hey, you know, I just got this printer, or I'm gonna get this printer, what should I print, or what are all these weird names? So actually, for example, let's just say well, I guess another question that I've gotten is like, hey, where do you find like parts kits for all these things? And so I guess if you just kind of, one place you could go to is MAFCorp or MAF Arms. And so what they do is they create like the, if you've heard of like the chimes or the wind chimes kit, essentially that's what they create here. So that's where you could get like the Mac, if you want like the Mac 11 parts kits to build a Mac Daddy or anything like that. You can also go over to Velocity. That's where I get my stuff. But here's a place. But anyway, so like they have essentially, like I'm going to show you today, like the Amigo, the Amigo Grande frame kit. So they sell like all of these little kits to build out, you know, your 3D printed pieces of freedom. So for example, one thing that a parts kit that you could buy from them would be this guy here, the 308 Amigo Grande, or the Amigo Grand. And so here's essentially what it looks like. I think it's awesome. I definitely want to build one of these out. Yeah. Ah, the sound of freedom. Oh man, that's great. That's almost as good as a ski mask. If you guys know where I can get one of those, please let me know. I want one of those so bad. Those are great. So anyway, so you can get the parts kit. You 3D print all of your own stuff there. So you 3D print like the upper, the lower, the brace, or the stock, whatever you want. And then you buy the parts kits from them. They'll send you all the little nuts and bolts to connect everything together. I think it'll probably even come with like a barrel. Really everything you need to complete the kit. And so they also do the same thing with like, if you wanted like an FGC 9, they have the kits to build all the iterations of that. And yeah, you can go over there and check it out. Yeah, I know I need one of those too. You know, along with that, I did want to kind of go over and show you another one. So here, back to Mr. Snow again, he's actually released quite a lot of stuff. He recently created a printable AR upper that I'll show you what it looks like here. That uses the, here, let me see, I know I wrote it down somewhere. Here we go. This lower uses the metal buffer tower from the AR 00 kit. and that is from Ghost Gunner. And I'll go over Ghost Gunner here in a minute if you haven't heard of it. If you're not familiar with it, I'll just do a quick rundown on that. But anyways, so they sell this, just the metal piece, the metal buffer tower to go with their stuff. So Mr. Snow created this awesome AR frame that you 3D print, and then it incorporates that metal buffer tower in the back. And that is supposedly, when you 3D print a frame, that is typically like the weak point of the 3D printed lower for ARs. And so by having it printed in metal or aluminum, I think it's going to last a lot longer and be a lot more sturdy, stable, and reliable. So I haven't, have I done a range test with my printed drum yet? No, I haven't made it out to the range with the drums yet. I do have 2 of those. They are tucked nicely away in my gun cabinet, which if you guys haven't seen the gun cabinet, I know I was going to create a Alexa controlled automated one. After I kind of mapped it out and stuff, my house isn't big enough to put it anywhere the size that I wanted it and needed it to be. So I was trying to quickly brainstorm, like, hey, what can I do? You know, what else, what can kind of be equivalent or whatever. So I kind of incorporated a regular gun cabinet with Alexa. She at least controls the lights on there. And it's small enough to fit right where I needed it to. So the other one just wouldn't work out. Maybe I'll release some schematics. If you guys want to end up building one of those, you guys can. It's not too hard, just takes quite a bit of time. And then also maybe in the future, if I do happen to move and get a bigger place or sell some other things, you know, we can kind of look back at doing that. But you know, it was awesome. I only paid $20 for it. I found it on OfferUp, I think. And I was like, hey dude, I'll give you $20 for this. It came, it was hecka old. I sanded it down, wood filled it, bought some crooked lumber from Home Depot, cause that's all they sell. And then, you know, I had to go back and fill it all in, painted it, got the felt, got all that stuff. So yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty sweet. It's awesome. Especially at night, like when it's all lit up. And anyways, yeah, check out the video. I think you guys like it. Thanks. So this lower here is more streamlined and it's a lot thinner also, more like a typical like metal or aluminum AR that you would get. So yeah, so this is cool. And now the Ghost Gunner, if you're not familiar with Ghost Gunner, the Ghost Gunner 3, I believe, has come out. And so essentially what you can do there is not only can you print 80% frames or like CNC mill them out or mill them out. And I know, who was it? Was it Raymond? I think it might have been Raymond a couple weeks back that was talking about CNC stuff with CNC. So the Ghost Gunner, it's pretty expensive. I want to say it's like $2 or $3 grand, but you can actually mill out 0% receivers. So they have plans for their machine that you literally get a block of aluminum with this Ghost Gunner 3 and it will mill out completely a receiver from a block of aluminum. So I thought that was awesome. But they also do other things. So if you wanted an aluminum, you know, 80%, like a P80 or a 1911, they have AK lowers, AR9s, anything like that. They have plans to do that. And so this will also mill out that receiver buffer tower. So essentially that's kind of where it came from, was from Ghost Gunner, milled it out, and then he 3D printed his lower for that. So yeah, Ghost Gunner is awesome. I think if I had the money, I'd probably want to get one to check it out just to see what it's all about. But yeah, those are pretty expensive, and there might even be like a fairly long wait list to order one of those and get on with one of those. So, but if you happen to find one, let me know how it goes. I'm definitely curious about that. Let's see. So, wow, we're getting through this really quick. Oh, okay. So I did read an article. We'll go through a couple articles and then we'll go over some fun stuff and then maybe do a spin and a giveaway because we're at 6 people tonight. So that's pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys heard or not, but there was a soldier that got busted for 3D printing automatic weapon sears and selling them. This happened not too long ago. Man, I think it maybe was like 2 or 3. This actually happened back in May. I heard about it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then it got super hot, so I obviously couldn't talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about it now a little bit. But nonetheless, yeah, some dude, there were some agents in some forum somewhere, and found that this dude was selling auto sears for AR-15s and Glocks. So he was selling the switches for Glocks and the auto sears for the AR-15s. And I guess in June and July, an undercover officer bought some Sears for the AR-15s and some of the Glock switches from the seller. They used a variety of different ways to kind of track him down and find him. They used his fingerprints that were on the gun parts, all the way back to his credit card records and receipts from that they got out of a dumpster, just to make sure that this was the guy who was doing it. Then they got a search warrant, and they found out he had a storage locker, and they found a 3D printer in his storage locker. So this fool is screwed. Oh man, that sucks so bad. So yeah, like they will go to no ends to try to find you, get you in trouble. Who knows? So just, be smart with what you're doing out there. Be careful with what you're doing. I don't promote ever doing anything illegal. Stay within your rights, because they're always watching. You have your phone in your pocket all the time. Like, you don't think they're listening to this all the time? Like me and my wife will be talking about something, and then I'll go scroll through YouTube or scroll through OfferUp, and then boom, there's an ad for it, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of random that there's an ad for this bowl that I wanted to buy, or I don't know, a couch. And I hadn't searched for couches on my phone. It just heard me. Watch, now when I go back inside tonight, I'm going to be doing this, and it's going to say, oh, sofa's on sale, sofa this. So, and if your phones are by you, watch, you guys are now going to have ads for sofas. Just don't buy them. Let's see, you wanted to offer some kind of trading tools through our group here. You have, so you want to do kind of like the tool crib, how we used to have that tool crib. I'm thinking that's what you're talking about. That'd be cool. Maybe we can message each other back and forth and figure out logistics on that. I'd be down to put in some, whatever tools you guys need. We could ship those back and forth, or however. Know anything about this printer, the Sovol SV40 IDEX, or the SV04 IDEX? I've heard of the IDEX. I don't though. I'm now going to look it up. So thank you for that. I think, man, where was I? Was I in the Bamboo forum? I was in one of the forums, and I did see that name come across. Was that a Kickstarter printer too, by the way? I'll have to look into that. So, yep. And, yeah, like the tool crib. I wonder whatever happened to the tool crib. And you know what? Hey, Michelle, you might know how that was set up. Man, I wonder how that was set up. Yeah, we'll have to, maybe we could all we'll get in like a three-way message or something and figure out how to get a tool crib going or something. And maybe we'll even post at least, I don't know, 2A is not super crazy active. At least I'm not super active on the actual forum. I don't want the forum just to be like a diary for me. I don't really want to do that. It's a place for anybody to come and chat. And I just feel bad when I go and look, and I'm like, oh, cool, has anybody posted recently? And I'm like, oh, me. So I'm kind of taking a break from posting there. And I typically will talk back and forth on Discord a lot. That's just kind of a super easier way. I still will check the forum and try to answer questions over there and post things over there, but I don't know, it almost seems like it's now kind of just me almost most of the time. And anyways, just download the Mr. Snow. Oh, nice, cool, awesome. Yeah, let me know how that turns out, Curtis. Super curious. Hey, where did you find that on the Odyssey? Because when I went to the links that I have were from DefCAD, and they want you to be a member on DefCAD, and I can't remember if you have to put in like your social and your credit card. I know there was one file website that was trying to do that, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything with you guys. Like, that's ridiculous. You don't need that information from me. But also do be careful. Make sure you get that directly from Mr. Snow, because there is that company out of Europe or wherever they were from that gets these files, and they purposely mess with them just a little bit to where you can't tell, and then it'll screw everything up. And maybe the things won't fit together, but maybe someone will get them to fit together, and then it becomes dangerous. And I would hate to see or hear about someone getting one of those files and blowing up their hand or something. That's not good. Yeah, let's talk with Caleb as well. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd be down. That'd be great. Oh yeah, we don't, yeah, the forum that must not be named. That's why I think what we ended up. That's the new name for that forum is the. It's kind of like he who must not be named, but it's now the forum that must not be named. Oh shit, that's great. Love it, love it. I've been thinking about that the past couple days, but I still the last time I went on there, I think was Sprink when I went to when you won something and I had to get your address. I know you had messaged me it over there, and so I had to log in over there, and I was like, oh crap, you know what? This is just gonna make this fool's day. He's gonna see that I logged into his little stupid clubhouse thing, and anyways, enough about that. Your own prints, using Fusion 3D. Yeah, what are you guys using? I do use Fusion 360. I have heard people like SolidWorks as well. I haven't messed with SolidWorks at all. Tinkercad is super like entry level basic. It's good for like if you have like a plane print, you can do little things there. But like I only wanted to put my logo onto one of Chairman Wan's stuff, and I tried to upload one of Chairman Wan's files into Tinkercad, and I was like, whoa, this is way too big. I don't know what to do, and it wouldn't let me upload it. So, yeah, dude, Fusion. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos to learn Fusion. Honestly, like Booligan Shooting Sports taught me a lot about Fusion, and then I used Fusion kind of to start designing the blueprints and everything for the original smart gun cab that I was going to build. So you can use it really for anything, and I decided to try to do that. And so after that, who else did I learn Fusion from? There's a couple different people on YouTube that I just looked it up. It's pretty intimidating, but again, man, if you just use the, what was it, the S key? I haven't used it in a while. The S key for the search, and then you just type in what you're looking for. Like, you don't have to worry about all the buttons, and it's super less confusing. So, and then, maybe we can go over Fusion again. If you have something in particular you want to see, like if you want me to do a tutorial on like drafting up a Picatinny rail or something like that, or a grip, like a handle or a grip or whatever, maybe we could do that. Instead of stippling, we can now do it to something else and continue on there. So yeah, we could do that. Let's see, was it a long time ago? Yes, that was a very long time ago. I'm very basic builder. Mr. Snow's page on, oh yeah, Odyssey. Cool, yeah, I follow him on Odyssey. That's where I get a lot of, well, that's actually where I get all my files, is from these people on Odyssey, but he is one of the people that I follow there as well. Cool, yeah, I'm curious. Let us know, dude. Maybe next week or whenever, just pop it in on Discord or at the forum, because I am without a printer right now, so I can't print and let you guys know. So I'm going to have to rely on you guys for a while, which also this content is, I'm going to try to find as much content as I can, but I don't have a lot of my own personal experiences right now because I'm without a printer, so I'm printerless. So let's keep, what are we talking about now? The soldier. So, okay, so we went over that. So also, so they tracked him through credit cards, and I'm sure like this is huge. This was huge, like, what was it, like a week and a half ago, but whoops. Let's get out of that, and let's go over to the credit card stuff. Gun sales will now be specifically marked by credit card companies. It started off with Visa. They have a special like code that they're now going to code into like your sales and stuff, so whenever you purchase a gun, it's going to be easily searchable. Honestly, I think it's, big government here just using this to create a list to put all of us on a list, another list that we could be on. We're already on 50 lists as it is, so I guess one more can't hurt. But essentially, they can decline our sales. Like, they can say like, hey, you can't buy this gun. And it'll be like Visa saying you can't buy this gun. So that's kind of dumb. But gun sales will be specifically earmarked in transaction histories. So that's what Visa announced back on September 10th. So only 5 days ago they announced it. And they're trying to say that it's going to prevent purchases from flying under the radar of investigators and help pinpoint suspicious sales. Yeah, no, it's not going to do that. They already have rules, at least that I'm aware of, that says, oh, you can only buy, there's a 10-day waiting period, or like you can only buy one handgun every one a month or something like that. Like, stupid rules and stupid laws like that, at least over in California. So but the change was also adopted by MasterCard, American Express. You can expect all of these people to do this. So I'm kind of curious. Like I was talking to my wife about this. I was like, hey, yeah, that's, that sucks and all, but do they track, like, are they going to make the special code for filament? Because, I buy plastic rolls of filament. How is that going to trickle down in effect? And then it's like, where do you stop? Because again, like 2 weeks ago, we posted that video of the shotgun that you could pretty much go into Home Depot and you buy enough parts to make a shotgun. So it's like, you're going to now start earmarking like pipes from Home Depot and all these other things. It's getting out of control and it's getting ridiculous. So, yeah, the catalog's cool. Let's see. Yeah, catalog's cool. I mean, so on Odyssey too, if you guys aren't on there, I'm sure you're following these other people too, Curtis, but like, Are We Cool Yet? So they're always awesome. Control Pew, man, I could probably just tell you right now who is awesome to follow, at least that I follow. So Spacebound Tactical, they create a lot of awesome stuff too. They've recently dropped some stuff for the Glocknovsky. So if you guys remember, the Glocknovsky was the one that was like the two Glocks that were melded into one with two barrels. So, they're always awesome to follow. Of course, Mr. Snow, Digital Nimbus, they're awesome to follow. Hoffman Tactical, the Catalog, Bulligan Shooting Sports, or Bulligan Custom Gun Works, I think is what his thing is there. So there's just a couple people over there, major players, major developers that consistently release files that are awesome files. So, and that's where I get, a lot of the stuff that I print. So any of my cool grips that you guys see or whatever, that tends to be where I find it and get it. Oh yeah, I think you weren't here for the shotgun one. I'll have to see if I still have that video. I know I save, like I save all my files in a certain way. I might still have it, but yeah, I think someone did do a completely, a shotgun from Home Depot essentially. So, FreeCAD, I haven't messed around with FreeCAD yet. Let's see. Yeah, they are. That's very true. They are just encouraging, cash sales. But I wonder. So, watch. This is good. This is what's going to happen, Nick. So, not even in the gun industry, but I remember a couple years back, I went to pay my cell phone bill in cash. I went to a Sprint store and I was like, "Hey guys," I was like, "I'm here to pay my bill. Here's the money." And they were like, "Hey, we don't accept cash." I was like, "What? What? Who doesn't accept cash?" At the time I was living paycheck to paycheck. My bill was due that day. I was going to get a late fee. And I was like, guys, I'm here right before closing. I have cash. Here's my money for my bill. And they would not let me pay my bill in cash. And that's a cell phone company. So I can just imagine like Bass Pro or, any of these ammo places or wherever you're going to get your ammo. Like, hey, they might say like, we're not allowed to sell ammo to cash buyers. I wouldn't put it past them, especially passing legislation or like laws and rules like this. And other corporations and places now getting involved, like banks starting to get involved with this. And it could even go to where now they're not going to accept, like, what if like Rocky Brass, for example, like what if now they're an online dealership, so what if the bank says, hey, we're actually not going to do business with you guys anymore. Like, we don't want to support anything that has to deal with guns, with gun accessories, with ammo, with any of that. Like, we think gun violence is too much and we want to make a stance and we don't want to do business with any of those companies. And then, if a large bank does that, what's to say other large banks aren't also going to follow? So who knows? It's a super slippery slope. That's crazy. But, cash is king until the economy crashes, and then it's good for fire paper. We'll see. Definitely got to get ammo stuff. Get primers. I'd stock up on primers because who knows? I don't even know if those are still available. I know there's a huge shortage on primers, at least at the beginning of the cold that was going around. And I don't know if we've ever recouped from that. So, but I would stock up on primers, get any kind of ammo presses. You could probably, I wonder if we could 3D print an ammo, like a reloader. Obviously we're going to still have to use the dies and stuff, but I wonder, I'm going to have to look into that. I think I have seen where you can like get a 3D printed press. I will look into that because that is something that I actually want to build and to get into. So that's cool. You tried to check into a hotel with a large amount of cash in your pocket and you got turned away. Oh, dude, that sucks. That is so dumb. Like, I don't understand people's thought processes. Like, that is just ridiculous. Okay. Nice. You've been getting some primers. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, dude, I stock up. I would definitely stock up. Um, so some other cool things now. I guess that we can kind of jump into, have some fun before we end. What are we at right now? How long have we been going? 32 minutes. Oh man. Oh, we're over. So some cool things that I guess we'll get through pretty quick. Have you looked at pellet guns? They can knock out large game. Yeah, no, I haven't looked into pellet guns. I know as a kid, and I'm sure they've come a long way since then. But I really like the CO2 pellet guns too. I think I used to have like Gammo, and I had a couple other sweet like CO2 pistols. I don't know if I had a CO2 rifle. I always had the pump rifles. Um, but yeah, I never thought about pellet guns. Those would always be, something solid to have. And then same thing with like the, I don't know if you guys saw, was it last week or the week before that we showed the electric, man, I forgot what it was called, the arc, the electric, anyways, it was an electric gun that you could actually shoot drill bits. So like essentially I could take this bit, and then I could load it into the gun if I run out of ammo, and because it's electrically charged and magnetically powered, it would still shoot this out. I thought that was awesome. That actually would probably be pretty clutch to have, especially if stuff hits the fan or something, and you never know where you're at. Another thing, do I have it here? So for like, speaking of like, when things hit the fan and like survival stuff, I don't know kind of where you guys are all located, but something that I would definitely recommend, super small to have, always keep on you, keep it in your go bag or in your truck or wherever you are, but it's definitely one of these things here. And so if you guys don't know what one of these are, as you can see, there's different size squares on each here. Anyways, if you ever are like in the city or in a suburb and you see those hoses that the city uses, but you can never go and turn it on because they don't have that valve on top. Well, those are security hose bibs. And what this does is this is a key for all of those security hose bibs. So if you are ever in like a zombie apocalypse or something and you need water and you're away from home, there's no fresh water at the store or whatever, you can always take this out and then use whatever hose is around. And it's mainly in larger cities and suburbs that you'll find a need for this, but it's something so small. Look, it's like smaller than my hand. So I would definitely recommend getting one of these. I think I got this on Amazon, and it might have been like, I don't know, $8, $10. But something good to have that's not gun related. Now we're getting into survival gear, but something that I would always kind of keep. Okay. Small problem. So some other cool things that I came across since I've been gone would be this gunchucks. Have you guys seen these? This was on Reddit, I think, but I came across someone who is creating gunchucks. These are awesome. Once I get my printer, I don't know how good these are actually going to be, but just to say that you have gunchucks and that they could actually fire, they're supposed to fire blanks, I think. Let's see. Yeah, gunchucks. Oh, they're classified as a signaling device that's been making some absolutely amazing progress. It's getting close to being released, so it hasn't been released yet. But they're saying that it fires blanks, supposedly. So when they say "May the path of the Black Lotus guide your way," go follow Black Lotus either on the Odyssey or over at Colts 3D. I think they're mainly on Colts 3D. They sell their prints and stuff like that. So gunchucks, but I will definitely be getting that file whenever they release it and trying that out. So that would be cool. So gunchucks, those look fun. Some other cool fun things here. Boom. Guess what? You can now 3D print a mine. So I think this would be awesome, especially if you had some land to 3D print some of this. You could have some fun with that. But everything in here is 3D printed, obviously, except for like the spring and then the bearing. I don't think is 3D printed. But everything else, I'm pretty sure was 3D printed. Again, I'll have a link for this. I found it on DefCAD. So, but there's the title. I'm sure you could search that on the Odyssey and find it. Did Mr. Snow create that as well? I don't know who created this, but someone did, and I just found it interesting. I was like, oh man, that would be so sweet to have. Just have like 5 or 6 of these in your go bag too. So who knows, if you are in a situation where you're like running from someone or hiding, Like you can quickly just plant these really quick, cover up your tracks, and you can hear if someone's coming from behind you or whatever. See them in a lot of movies, so maybe that's why I just think they're pretty cool. But yeah, having some mines, that would be awesome. And then also 3D printed silencers. So I don't know how I really feel about 3D printed silencers. At least this one was done with a 22, but they're saying they have over 5,000 rounds in it, which is pretty impressive for something 3D printed. So here's kind of what it looks like, and they even 3D printed the baffles in there. So I think someone said to the link for this one will be over at the forum, but they were talking about when you print this to, I think, scale it down just a smidge, and then when you're done printing it, coat it with some kind of epoxy, like some plasticizer epoxy thing or whatever, and it'll make it last even longer. But this guy didn't do that, and he's got over 5,000 rounds through it. So, you know, again, 22 is not super powerful, but you know, if you're doing this with 22, I wonder, you know, what you could do with even a little bit larger calibers. And you know, technology is always kind of getting better and always improving. So there is that. Let's see, do I have any other fun things? No, so I think that kind of wraps up the stream for the most part. And I guess we could have time for maybe 1 or 2 giveaways if you guys want. So for the suppressor, is that what you're asking? Let me see if I can find that again. For this guy here, I would have to check. That's a good question. I don't. They didn't print it in carbon fiber. I think they bought a carbon fiber tube, but I think it's just the end caps that are printed, like the baffles and the end cap, I think are the printed parts. So I'll have to do a little more research on that. That's a good question, but because you'd also think that they would need to now thread that tube if in fact they did buy that, or maybe they printed the tube and then just put like carbon fiber like a carbon fiber sticker around it to make it look cool like carbon fiber, so maybe it doesn't look like a 3D printed suppressor. That might be what they did actually. You know, who knows, maybe they found a carbon fiber tube and threaded it. So yeah, I think so. Regular SLA or PLA? I know regular PLA is way too weak, heat weak for that. I don't know about SLA. That's a good question. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know about that. I wonder if we could find it. Let me see if I can find it for you really quick, and then wow, was that a Reddit find? Yeah, I think it was a Reddit one. Here we go. Look, I will do this, and we will go to, sorry about that, this stream here. Whoops. Man, see, now you're throwing me off. So here's where I saw it. And let's just see really quick if you're gonna block me. Let's just see what these guys say. No, stop. If you have any questions, let's see. Don't have a decibel meter. I don't know that anybody asked. Oh, tube is carbon fiber, PLA, and the baffles and the end cap are all PLA. Look at that. So that answers your question right there. So MKC print file. I wonder if that would be on Odyssey. We'll check really quick. I can do a little bit more research on that too, but let's just see if they have the MCK really quick. Boom, I'm faster. Oh, leave it to this. There's actually a person. Oh, shoot. I should probably space this out. Anyways, all right. Well, I'll have to see. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to kind of look through some of these. So, what do you, the suppressor can't last long? Is that what you're saying? He said it's 5,000 rounds, at least the 22. So, that sounds a little funny to me, but that's what they're saying. You know, I haven't tried it, so all right, let's do some giveaways. I'll leave that up for a minute. So I guess I got 2 giveaways we could do. I got a bunch of. Why is that messing up? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to see something here. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so then for the first giveaway, what we'll do is let's go back to this guy here, and you could do hashtag to enter into the spin. And what this one will be for is for a brand new, never used 9mm Gen 3 trigger housing right there. Unfortunately, it does have the regular ejector, the 336, but as you can see, it's new, never used. So I'll have that, and then also with that, I will include this guy right here, which is the 9X19 brass channel liner. So as you can see, still in the package right here. So we'll include both the trigger housing and the brass channel liner. I think we did a channel liner last time, but if you missed that one and you want this channel liner, or if you're doing a print and you want a trigger housing, you can do hashtag TAD right now. It is 43. I'll give you till 45, and then we'll spin at 45. It's 44, so now you got a minute. So when my clock says 45, we're going to close this out. Someone's got to give Raymond some competition here. Throw your names in, and then we will do another little package as well. So this guy, look at you, Raymond, won it twice. That is awesome. So we will do that, and while you guys are doing that, let's go over here, and I will get the wheel set up. And we will do. Hey, Mr. Bernie, how we doing? Anybody else? Anybody else? Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I got quite a few jigs too. I haven't used them all. So I initially got into this hobby. Oh, here, let's spin. Cool. All right, going once, going twice, and good luck, gentlemen. All right, Mr. Bernie, boom. So this is yours. You have a Gen 3 trigger housing with ejector and a brass channel liner here from 9X19. If you could message me where you'd like me to send this, so you can find me either on the Discord. You can private message me there. You can also message me over on the personal forum over at 2A, or still through the Wix app. So I don't know. I follow Gled Hill. You could always find me on chat there. Somehow, however you want to, but get me where you want me to send it, and I will get it out to you. Congrats. All right, so we will do another giveaway, and let me clear those names out. And oh yeah, so really quick before we do this other giveaway, what I was saying was, so I initially got into this hobby doing P80s. You know, I found MGB, and I was like, oh man, this is fantastic. Like, this is like, I did not know this was here. And then I found the community, and I was like, whoa, like there's all these other people that are just like me, and they're way smarter than me, and they know so much more than me. This is great. And everyone was super cool, super nice. Like, it was, I don't know, man, it was awesome. It was a great place to be. You know, always felt welcome there. MGB was great. So miss you, bud. I know you're still out there. You know, I hope you're doing good. And then that kind of went away, and I was like, okay, what else? You know, what else is there? Right as that was kind of going away, I was getting into 3D printing, and I was like, huh, there was a thread on the MGB forum of 3D printers, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And so I went down that rabbit hole, and then, you know, that kind of led one thing to another. Excuse me, I swallowed water wrong. Went down that rabbit hole, got a printer. I was like, oh, cool, this is great. Got another printer. This is even better. And now I've sold all of those, and now I'm getting an even better printer, and we are where we are. So anyways, yes, was a great place. Those were the days. Which is that, who, you know, If anybody's carrying on a torch for the wheel, hopefully I'm doing it kind of justice. You know, his wheel was a lot bigger, but so is also his community. So nonetheless, that is the where I got the idea for this wheel. Took it directly from MGB. You know, that was one of my favorite things. Not only, you know, tuning in on the Wacky Wednesdays, listening and learning, but, you know, when it came time to spin that wheel, especially if you had entries onto any of the raffles or if the giveaways, you know, if you were doing a round robin or if it was any of the Patriots serving Patriots, so any of the PSP stuff, and like, you know, you got in your 4 entries onto the prizes that you wanted, like those were, oh man, those were great. So anyway, so I fell in love with that, and once that was gone, there was a hole, there was a void. I needed to fill it, so this was my way of trying to bandage that wound, was to create this and to keep on keeping on. Yeah, so you know, and I think as like, I appreciate you guys kind of hanging in and bearing with me, especially with all these like little things. But honestly, like I'm kind of buying all these things with like my own money. YouTube's not paying me. I don't collect a check from there. You know, we've given away the Gledhill frame. That was pretty expensive. And so I'm trying to find parts that are still helpful, but also still don't break my budget, because I got to live within a budget. And, you know, I have a family and stuff that I support. So I'm still trying to give away stuff that's helpful. But the bigger the forum gets, the more I think we can do with it. And then, you know, eventually on down the road, I know we're not all here for prizes. They're just kind of a little bonus. But those will hopefully grow and get bigger and better. And then maybe as other people want to network too. Speaking of networking and working, the official cleaner and lubricant of 2AAllday.com is Shooter Lube. They're the only product that I use, and we also have discount codes for them. So if you go join our forum over there, we do have discount 5 and 10% discounts for our members over there for Shooter Lube. So if you ever want to get cleaning solvents or anything like that, hopefully I think we'll be partnering up with them around Christmas time here in a couple months, and maybe do some kind of custom like gun cleaning mat or something that we can kind of do a giveaway of a couple of them or something. But I am in that kind of the works with them, trying to figure out what we can do. Hopefully other vendors want to kind of get on board. I reached out to Rook a little bit. He messaged me a while ago, found out I was giving away his rails, reached out to him. Haven't really heard back yet, so not sure if I could really do a whole lot with that stuff. But yeah, really any vendors, you know, I might try to reach out to a couple other people from the forum that must not be named. I know I reached out to that guy. I was like, hey, you know, maybe we could all get together and do some giveaways. And he shut me down, was like, absolutely not. You know, I don't believe in giveaways. That's BS. People don't, you know, come here for the giveaways. They don't come here for any of this. And he tried saying that's why the other forum probably got shut down. All these things. Anyways, yeah, not a lot of people want to do this. So anyways, what we're going to give away now is we'll do it from least to best. So I think I was building at the time a G43. I'm not sure what spring this is, but it says it's a Glock trigger spring. And here, watch, we'll get it on the mainstream, so maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. But it is a Glock, man, I don't know if it comes through, but it's a Glock trigger spring. Essentially, that's what it looks like. I think it's just a basic trigger spring. So we'll have this in the package. And then I know you guys, I have a million of these, by the way. So I'm trying to give them away to you guys. I can't use them. So hopefully someone else can find them. So I will package this trigger spring with this brass channel liner. And I will also, to sweeten the deal, let's give away a Gen 5 trigger housing here. Oh, these are OEM, by the way. OEM Gen 5 trigger housing with ejector. 47021. I believe it's 47021, but this has the good ejector in it. It's Gen 5, you guys know that. So an OEM Gen 5 trigger housing along with the channel liner and the trigger spring. So that way that hopefully will kind of get you through your build a little bit. Let's not do hashtag TAD again. Sorry, I didn't know that was still up. Let's do shoot. Let's do hashtag I don't know, Gen 5. Hashtag Gen 5. If you want to win this, I will give you guys 2 minutes. Again, it's 52. I'll give you to 54. Hashtag Gen 5, and you'll get this little package right here, all put together for you and shipped nicely. You guys know that I'm timely on my shipping. Normally takes me about a week, 2 weeks to ship the stuff out, but I do eventually get it out to you guys. It's tough working a 9 to 5 and then, having to go to the post office. And anyways, hashtag Gen 5, and we'll give that package away if you want a Gen 5 trigger housing with ejector. And anyone else going to give Raymond a run for his money? Which one was that on? Here we go. Hashtag Gen 5. And we will say, cool. Raymond, you are in. Look at that. You're going to win, man. 100%. 100%. All right, Curtis, Brian, Spring, Mr. Bernie. Come on, guys. I know one of you guys wants this. You can't just let someone win. Raymond, not that I don't want you to win. I do want you to win. That'd be awesome if you won. Could send you another one of these guys here. Oh, Brian sneaks in at the last minute. Look at Brian go. Oh man, that is great. All right, and Brian, yep. Oh, you got probably like 15 seconds. Probably enough for me to take a drink of water, and then we'll be good. All right, guys, now's the time. So good luck, gentlemen. May the odds be ever in your favor. Brian comes in at the last minute and then snipes the win. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Raymond. Good, nice win, Brian. That's solid. Solid win, bud. These are so fun. I love doing these. You'll message me about some barrels. Cool, you'll contribute. Awesome, that'd be great. Yeah, want to be competition. That'd be fantastic. And then, so I do also, I guess, have a quick question while you guys are here. Do you guys prefer, so I know we were trying to do the whole like VIP thing and then special raffles for the VIPs. I'm still contemplating doing that and giving away kind of like bigger or better things for the VIPs. But do you guys prefer that, or do you prefer actually like doing it kind of this way where it's like, hey, you tune in and then, if you're there, you have a chance to win. If you're not, you don't, or a mixture of both. Like, I don't know what you guys kind of prefer. So, I was just kind of shooting in the dark, going off of what kind of MGB was doing. But, if you guys want to do things a certain way, let me know. I'm definitely all ears. I want to keep you guys engaged. And I don't know, I almost feel that doing it this way on YouTube for people that tune in live is almost like an incentive to like, hey, come hang out and chill with us. And then, who knows what we're going to be raffling off, and we all have an equal say type thing. Anyways, let me know. Maybe I'll post a poll up on the forum or something. We can go from there. But cool. Good job. Nice one, guys. Shoot me where you guys want me to send it to. Yeah, dude, I agree. And that's why I was talking. Like, I don't know if there are enough VIP people. I think there might be like 7 or 8 VIP people. But I also, maybe what we'll do is like we can grandfather the VIP people in that started now as like ultra VIP, and then eventually once we grow a little more, if we keep growing, then go back. We could maybe revisit it. I don't know, something to think about. Cool. All right. Yeah, and essentially what happens is, I know you guys see that price like, oh, $100 for VIP and then nothing's going on, but essentially I just take that and then put it into like these raffles and these prizes. So, the Gledhill frame I think was like $350 or $400. I forgot what he was selling those for, but that was, I think, the first and the biggest one that we kind of gave away, and that was essentially from all the people initially signing up at VIP, because we did a 50% off. So not all VIPs paid the $100 that it is. Some paid, $49 or $59 or whatever it was. So, anyways, cool. Yeah, honestly, either way, it doesn't matter for me. I just want you guys to kind of just, get a value for things and enjoy hanging out. So, man, I've been rambling on for an hour tonight. It is now starting to get hot. As you can see, I'm sweating, and I think there's a football game on right now. So sorry for keeping you guys if you watch football. Anyways, Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I will keep a lookout for some more interesting and fun, cool things to talk about next week. Message me at anywhere you want to get a hold of me if you want to talk about anything in particular. And just doing this. Yeah, you're right. I guess I will see you guys next week. So, what do you guys think about the beard? I know, I haven't shaved in quite some time. It's coming in nice and thick. Anyways, with that, good night, guys, and yeah, we'll see you next week.